Thank you. Thank you. Maybe that's a good idea. I'm gonna get one of those power things for my car, just in case anything ever happens to the power. Keep moving. Morning. We're back at it again, y'all. Another day. Another beautiful day. Another beautiful morning. I'm trying to find my watch. I can charge it. My Apple Watch. So I can go to the gym. And they're available. I had a pretty good night. Can't complain. There was some new women in there last night when I went into the shelter. New faces. You know, it's the weather getting chilly. People coming into the shelter now. The women are coming in. I'm like, damn, there was a lady by the front door when I came in. She was like by my bed. I'm like, damn, get busy in there, huh? It's getting too cold for people to be out on the streets, so now the girls are coming into the shelter now. But what I'm learning is, not that thing is flat dead too. What I'm learning is about homelessness. That homelessness can cripple you if you let it. It can really just suck you dry. This lady that was, her bed was like by the front door and it was kind of next to mine, so I could see her in the middle of the night, like, you know what I'm saying? I would get up and sometimes she would be sitting up on her bed and I would just start praying. Like, a lot of people that are homeless, um, or have been like using drugs, and a lot of their minds have gone, you know what I'm saying? A lot of them lost their mind. A lot of people in here are in here like the result of drugs, alcohol. Maybe they lost somebody. Like, everybody here has a story. But I just felt for this lady that was like next to me. She was quiet, but you could tell she probably had some mental stuff going on too. So I'm like, damn, I don't sit around here like I'm better than nobody because I'm freaking not. But damn, I'd be like, yo, homelessness can cripple your life and it'll suck you dry and you'll end up in a place like this for the remainder of your days. And I'm just like, no, I got more life to live yet. I got some more life living in me. This ain't the end for me, baby. I'm not gonna let this stop me. No way. But my thing fell down. I gotta find me I gotta get um my rubber bands, my rubber band set that I have for my tripod. This crappy tripod. I gotta invest in me a better tripod, y'all, because what I have is no good. So yeah, so I'm looking at this lady. Thank you for the like. I appreciate that. That's nice that you guys are coming in liking videos already. But if you guys are new here, I talk about everything homelessness, being in my situation, just being in a shelter. I talk about my experience being in the shelter. I left a little bit early today. It's 5:30 now, but I like to get myself on down the pike and start my day. Go to the gym because I got to work today at 9, so I got to get to the gym, get myself an hour in. I'll probably get to the gym by like 6:30, 6:40 or something like that. But yeah, man, homelessness can cripple your life if you let it. If you get trapped in it. But I'm learning that a lot of those people that are there, they're taking medications, they got some mental problems. It's just a lot going on with a lot of people. And there was this one lady was getting up throughout the night. She kept going in the bathroom, like running water. I don't know what she was up to, but and then she went back to her bed and she was like rummaging through her stuff, like through bags, right? She was just making a lot of noise. And then one of the other ladies got up and said, "It's 3 o'clock in the morning, excuse me." So I was just like, okay, okay. So I went back to sleep for a little while. But in the homeless shelter, it's kind of like jail, you got to watch yourself, you know what I mean? Because you don't never know. So I got one eye open looking at the lady next to me because she's a stranger. Like, these are complete strangers that we are next to at these shelters. So you just don't never know, man. But I'm seeing a lot of them are mentally unstable. Like, mentally, they got to take their medications, man. I just be like, wow, okay. I think I went down the wrong road. Like, I ain't judging nobody, but damn, like, and the medications ain't really doing nothing for you. Like, they just keeping you numb the whole time. So I never want to get caught up in that cycle. As soon as the doctors talk about meds, I be looking at him like, if you don't get out my face. As soon as the doctors talk about medication, uh-uh. You're being trapped. When you're on medication, man, it's like you're numb and trapped inside your own body. But I guess some people need it, but I just don't. I just don't agree with medications. Like, but I guess some people need it. I don't know. I don't know mental illness because I'm not mentally ill, so I don't know it. But I know it's a real thing, right? Being in the shelter, I know. I mean, I work with people in group homes and stuff like that, so it's just it could be a very hopeless place. So I'm not gonna let the homelessness stick to me. I'm not gonna let myself um, become it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of those people that's in that shelter, they've let homelessness become them. Like, they just accepted the fact that this is going to be the rest of my life and I'm going to just be living like this. And no, I'm not. Yes, it's very expensive out here, but if you get your resources together, you could do it. But I think a lot of people in the homeless shelter, they just lost track of their life. They just said, well, I don't even want to do it anymore. I'm just going to be here. They don't have family because if a lot of us had family, we wouldn't be in the homeless shelter, right? We wouldn't be where we are if we had family. So it's heartbreaking. And I'm a lover, right? I care for people, and I don't I just be thinking like, damn, how did y'all get here? And I know they probably think the same. I mean, maybe they don't think the same thing about me, but I know I think about them as far as how they got here, like what their story is. You know what I'm saying? I could do interviews. I wish I could do interviews on people, but I don't want to take it that far. I mean, who knows what the future could hold? Maybe when I get out, I could come back here and interview people, give them a couple dollars, and when you pay people, they'll do an interview. So I don't know. Maybe I can come into interviewing people and just seeing how they got in their situation. Like, I don't know what my future holds, but I know that my future is very bright. But I don't know. The lady that was next to me, she had got up in the middle of the night and she was just standing there. I just started praying because I felt like she she needed a prayer. And I needed a prayer of protection over my life. And I just prayed for her. You know, I just prayed for the woman. Because a lot of people in the shelters, they lose themselves. That's like the end of the line for them. And they don't have nobody to help them. Like, they don't have nobody encouraging them. A lot of the staff members there are mean and nasty. So they just feel like, hey, this is it. You know what I mean? I get to eat, and because that's what we need to do as humans, right? We got to eat to survive. I left there today. I didn't even brush my teeth, so I'm gonna brush my teeth when I get to the gym. I did find my water bottle that I was talking about the other day. So, but if you guys come in here, can y'all give me a like when you come in? Just give me a thumbs up to the video. That helps me out. I appreciate it. I see a lot of the thumbs up already. But if you guys come in, can y'all just automatically give me a thumbs up? Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm trying to find my earbuds. Not my earbuds, but trying to find. And I gotta pray before I go to work because there's a lot of evil stuff going on there too. Like, oh my God. You just always out here fighting evil every day. It's an everyday battle. It's an everyday battle. 10 people watching. Good morning. How y'all doing? I'm homeless too, but stay in a rundown motel. Yeah, I understand that, Johnson. Is it Johnson? I was staying in a ran down hotel before I went to my car. See, I was evicted outside my apartment in 2023. I think it was 2023 that I had to go leave my apartment. After that, I lived with two family members. It didn't work out. So after that, I went to hotels. I stayed in hotels for a little while. The last hotel I stayed in was just the worst hotel ever. It had water leaks. They had an air conditioner in the window. The air conditioner was leaking. I didn't complain because you know what I'm saying, I'm homeless. I need somewhere to stay because you know a lot of those, I guess they're from Pakistan. A lot of they could be from India or Pakistan. A lot of them, when you start complaining, they're gonna try to put you out. So I didn't complain. I just dealt with it. You know what I'm saying? It was the most ran down hotel I ever stayed in. Like it had water leaks. The water was leaking outside of the air conditioner. The bathroom light would like kept flickering on and off. It was just so ran down. It was disgusting. It was disgusting. And I got video footage of it. But I didn't complain. So inside the room that I had my room was like on the end. So she had like a camera outside of the window, outside of my window, kind of like a cord running from the socket in my room to outside, and the camera was watching. So when I came in there, I got all my cleaning supplies. Right, I always carry when I go to hotels. I always have my Pine Sol, my bleach, my Windex, so I can just clean everything again. Like I even wipe down the bed, the headboard, everything, because you don't never know people. You know what I mean? So I would go into these hotel rooms and clean. And when I was cleaning, I unplugged the camera by a mistake. The lady in the office came and said, "It's a camera right there. You need to plug that back in, please." So I just like, okay, yeah, no problem. I can plug it back in. No issues here. I'm not fighting you about no camera. Nope. But she had the camera outside. It was so ghetto. It was a ghetto rundown. You could tell it was a moldy, nasty hotel. They just need to really, they need to knock it down and build another one because it was just disgusting. But when you're homeless, there's nothing you can really do. You got to just accept what you can get. But it was ran down. It was the worst hotel I ever been in my entire life. And I'm not even like I'm homeless and I'm complaining. Yes. It was nasty. And they want your money, but they don't want to give you quality anything. You don't deserve to have quality anything, even if it's the cheapest hotel. The cheapest hotel, most of the time, is not going to be anything decent. It's going to be nasty and disgusting. Smoke filled. It's going to smell like cigarettes. They should at least, if you're running a business, I just figure that you should at least like give somebody something that they're paying for. You know what I'm saying? If I'm paying for a service, at least I should get something decent. And when I went into this last room, you could tell that like housekeeping didn't go in and clean it. Because when I went in there, it was like I had a broom. Like I have a broom in my car. I had a dustpan. I brought everything to a hotel. When I was living hotel life, I had my own stuff. And I bought my own things, and I would have to go to each hotel room and clean it again. Maybe I should get a discount because y'all, a lot of those people that run those hotels, they don't care. They nasty too. So they only keep the rooms. Like I was considered a homeless person, so they kept me in the back. And then the people that would come and buy the hotels through like hotels.com or whatever, they're frequent people that will come on holiday seasons. They would have nice rooms set up for them. But somebody like the homeless people, they throw us in the back, give us like crappy rooms that nobody cleans. And I've been through it all. I know how it is, but you gotta hang in there, man. You gotta hang in there. Everything is not a bad. It is what it is. I'm not fighting with these people. I was very respectful when I was in those hotels. I was just saying, like, I was making a video. I was just saying, like, oh my God, this is so nasty, it's so disgusting. I can't believe that you can't even get quality anything anymore. Like, even the cheapest hotel is just a hole in the wall. But one lucky thing was there was no bed bugs, thank God. So I was grateful that I didn't have any experiences with having bed bugs. Nothing bit me when I was in. And for some reason, a lot of the times, for some freaking strange reason, it seemed like the worst hotel that I was in, it had the most comfortable mattress. I don't even know, but it had the most comfortable mattress. Not that one that I was talking about that was leaking. It was another low budget hotel that I stayed in, and it was close to the city. and it had the most comfortable mattress. So I was like, wow, ran down crappy hotel, but the mattress is on point. So I was like, ooh, a win is a win. A win is a win. Thank you that you're praying for me. I appreciate it. I'm in Maryland, and it's really expensive to live here unless you make six figures. Yeah, man. Are you working right now? Jameson, are you working? I'm trying to you're gonna make it out though, man. You're gonna be okay. If you're a man, I'm sorry if you're not a man, but you're gonna make it out. You're gonna survive it. You're gonna be okay. Just keep going. Like whatever you're doing, if you're doing positive things, just continue on that cycle. And I don't know if you believe in the power of prayer, but pray through your situation. God sees and God already knows what we're going through out here. You know what I'm saying? God sees, God knows. You're not alone, even if it feels like you're alone, right? Even me, my situation, I don't have my family members. I don't have backup. You know what I'm saying? I have nobody that cares about me because I'm in a homeless shelter. Because if I had someone that cared about me, they'd be like, come on, you can come stay with us or whatever until you get yourself together. But I don't have that. So, and a lot of people don't have that. But I'm not down and out about it. It is what it is. This is my life right now. This is my life. So I pray to God that He can send people my way that I need in my life to help me. Not even help me, just give me if somebody just give me a good word, like say, continue to encourage, that helps along the way. It feels like you're not alone when you have people that say, keep on going. You have some cheerleaders, and even if cheerleaders are people that you meet on social media, these might be people that I never meet in my life, but a lot of people speak really good things over my life. They say, you're going to be okay, I'm praying for you. Stuff like that go a long way, especially when you have family members that don't do nothing for you. And I'm not saying that they're supposed to do for me. I'm not saying that. But if you have family members and you have a brother or a sister that you grew up with and you're in a bind, they should be trying to help you out of that bind. Good morning. How are you? Good morning, Anthony Davis. How are you? Yeah, I have a job, but good. I'm blessed. Good for you. At least you're working and everything. You have a car? You driving and everything? You able to get around? I'm about to start a channel too when I get a chance. What are you going to start your channel about? You going to gear it towards your homeless journey? Speak about it. It's a lot of people out here interested in this type of content, and I make it just because I'm a talker, right? I talk. I have to talk. This is my therapy. When I speak things out of my mouth, I feel better once I let it off my chest. So I talk anyway. So I've been doing social media for like a long time, but I'm not really on social media to just gear myself and say, oh, one day I'll get a paycheck. I mean, it's nice to get a check from YouTube, but I do it because there's a lot of people going through this, man. People need the information. Like, whatever you're going through, like, people need information. They want to know, like, the ins and outs, okay? I'm homeless. I was evicted. What was the process of that? Some people ask me that. What happened with that? I stayed in my apartment until the cops came and got me out, right? I stayed until the last minute. Moved in with my niece. Moving in with family members, sometimes it didn't work out. Because sometimes they move you in because they're thinking, I'm getting some extra money, especially when you don't have your own room and you're staying in someone's living room. I stayed in my niece's living room. But the sad part about that, she started to nitpick every little thing. Like, she was nitpicky. And I was bringing value to the household. Like, I would pay my rent one time. I would pay my rent sometimes a week in advance in cash. Um, then I would bring things to the household. Like, I would buy paper towels. I would buy dish soap. I would just buy things. I would be valuable to the household. I would take out the trash. I would, clean up stuff. So I wasn't just there laying around. And on top of that, I was working full time. So I wasn't even in the house for 8, 9, 10 hours out of the day. I was out. But after a while, people just don't want you around no more. They try to figure out excuses to get you out. And when they get you out, then they telling the rest of the family how terrible of a person you are. So she was talking about me behind my back, and my niece, she was like, more so my niece, but she was like my best friend. Like, me and her talked about everything over the years. So that hurt me a lot. Ooh, I see 71 people watching me. If I could get 71 people to thumbs my channel up, a lot of people would come to me and find my channel. So if you guys could get, thumbs me up, I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? You guys thumbs me up, I appreciate that. That'll be amazing if y'all could give me a thumbs up. When you come in here, let me know down below what state you're in. Just having a conversation. We're talking about being homeless. So, homelessness, living in hotel rooms. I did live in my car for 33 days. So, we're just talking about all of that. I asked anybody, have you ever been homeless? Some people are homeless right now. So, how much is the hotel room that you're living in? Is it weekly, or do you pay monthly for it? And the hotels are just the worst. I told myself, man, I never want to go back to a hotel, but I go to a hotel if I need to. I know I will go to the Walmart and I will get those air fresheners. Thank you for number 4 thumbs up. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. When you guys come in, just give me a thumbs up. That helps people find my channel. That helps me get into the algorithm that lets YouTube know that, wow, she's over there talking about something that people are interested in. So people find me. Thank you for 5 thumbs up. Thank you guys. You're from Nigeria. Shout out to Nigeria. Prayer goes up. I have been there before. Yeah, a lot of people say they've been homeless before. This is actually my second time being homeless in my life. Second and last time being homeless. I tell you that much. 71 people watching. Can I get 71 people to thumbs me up, please? Please, please, please. I appreciate it. Tomorrow is Friday. Can you guys believe that? Time is going by so fast. And I spoke to my counselor in there the other day because I have a counselor. Like when you go into a shelter, they give you a counselor. The counselor normally has like a lot of people. So the counselor just told me, like, I said something to her Monday, like, do they have like, y'all said y'all have a housing navigator, and she's talking about, oh, they don't have nothing. I was like, wow, they don't have anything. But when I came in, that lady Tony, the lady that's in charge of everything, she was telling me that, yeah, they might have uh, um, they might have a place for you. It's $1,000 a month, and now this other lady is like, see, the shelter play a lot of games. I don't know why somebody would tell me something, and then another person come back and say something different. So I'm just gonna go on my own resources. I'm putting myself out there for myself. I'm advocating for myself. I'm gonna find my own place myself. I'm not gonna sit up here and depend on the shelter because they don't care, right? They don't give a damn. And I'm not saying that they should because but if you're in a shelter, like you have a counselor, a therapist, like one of those people there that advocate for you. One lady is telling me we have some places, and then another lady comes by and says, "Oh, they don't have anything right now." So I'm looking at her like, "What is it? Like, what is it, sis? I don't understand. Everybody's telling me something different." And no, I'm not depending on it. I'm not depending on anything from this place. The only thing I depend on is when I get there at night that I'm able to get in, use the bathroom, take a shower, and get into bed. That's it. That's all I depend on. Everything else, like I'm not depending on this place finding me anything. I'm going to find it on my own. Maybe a resource might come around and they might say, hey, we did find something, so I'm praying that that can happen. But right now, I can't move out into anything unless I get more money. I can't go into anything unless I get more cash. I have to have more cash flow. And I have things happening and brewing. I have stuff going on right now. So I don't tell everything that I'm doing, but I am looking for a second job. And I do have a soap business. I make handmade soap for a living. I'm going to start that back up. So I got to start my soap making again. So I'm going to do that, start that up again. And then we're going to go from there. We're going to go from there, y'all. Nothing going to stop me. I'm all the way up. Nothing gonna stop me. I'm all the way up. You keep going. Yes, amen. I'm gonna definitely keep going. I'm sorry, I want to read your comment, but I gotta stop at the stop sign. Next stop sign or next whatever, I'm gonna stop and read it. So I don't want to crash while I'm trying to read the comments, but I see the comments coming in, so I'm not ignoring y'all. I see I have 9 thumbs up. Thank you guys. Thank you. And I see 77 people watching me. Hello. Good morning, everyone. I am a homeless single woman. As you look at the channel, right, you go in the description. I'm a homeless single woman, and I live in a homeless shelter right now. And this is what I do every morning. I do a live stream. I talk about my situation. People have questions. I do have a lot of videos on my channel. So if you guys have any like questions of any deeper questions of, some people say, well, why did your niece kick you out? And what happened with your family? And if you guys want to know anything deeper than that, like more detailed situations of my life, you have to go watch my longer form videos. Like, I know people don't want to watch a 12 or 13, 15-minute video, but if you guys ever want to know anything more so about me, you have to go watch my videos, okay? have to go watch my videos. It said, you said why? Why what? Good morning, though. I appreciate you guys for watching. When I get to the next stoplight, I'm going to read the comments. So I'm not ignoring you guys. I have 9 thumbs up with 68 people. If 68 people right now could just give me thumbs up, I would appreciate that. Some comments I can see, and some comments I can't really see from here because some comments when people just write 1 or 2 words, I can see that. It said, God bless you. Be safe. I will. Thank you. God bless you as well. It's starting to become daylight. I left the shelter early today. I got to get some more gas. I mean, shelter my job. Like yesterday, I was so tired. I worked 9 a.m. until 9 p.m. and it was busy yesterday. But I handled it. You know what I mean? I did my thing. I did my thing. I handled it. I handled business. I stood on business yesterday. I'm actually in the process of writing my boss a letter to report someone at my job that I'm having problems with. Some little young girl. She's like 18 years old. Some little young nasty woman, nasty and nasty attitude, thought she could talk to me any kind of way. So I'm reporting her to my boss. I'm writing a letter. I'm writing a track record of what is going on. So that's where it starts. If you have problems at your job with someone or something, or someone's doing something to you, a lot of things at this job has happened to me. A lot of people have bullied me, and I swept a lot of stuff under the rug. And now I'm not sweeping nothing under the rug anymore. It's time for me to act. It's time for me to act. It's time for me to act. I'm not sweeping nothing under the rug no more. I want to stop at this light, but it's not letting me. It's not red, so I can't read the comments. I can't read the comments. What city are you in? I don't really talk about my city no more. I'm in USA. I'm in the United States of America. I'm in the US. United States of America. Because see on social media is like you never know who you're talking to. You never know who's locally around you, and people can see like background. So I'm trying not to really say what state I'm in. I don't want to. You know what I mean? I'm just in the United States of America. The US of A. Because somebody the other day was like adamantly asking me like personal questions about where am I at, what city, what state, what town. Like, why would I say that? I don't know who's watching me. And for some reason, a lot of people that have been coming in here, they've been people that say that they're in nearby cities to where I'm at. So I'm like, oh, okay. But I don't give out too much information, too much, because I got to keep my privacy, you know what I'm saying? But, I'm in a homeless shelter and I'm in the U.S. That's all the information I'm going to give out you know, because some person kept asking me like, what city, what town you're in, because I can help you with something. I could make some phone calls. No, I got all my resources that I need. I'm continuing to build my resource. I'm continuing to make phone calls. Some other shelter, it was another like shelter that would have took me in. It was actually a church. They were going to take me in, but there was some things that I couldn't handle, and it was a little bit further than what I liked. So I need to stay close to my job. You know what I mean? I need to be close to my job. I need to be close to employment, even though I'm an hour away from it. I hate that, but I got to do what I got to do. You know what I mean? Let me slow down a little bit. I'm gonna go on Indeed, looking around for jobs, what I can find, and go from there. I'm sorry if my Wi-Fi is going to be going out on y'all. Stay safe, sis. Thank you. I'm staying safe as I possibly can. You know what I mean? Some comments. Let me take this off real quick. 107 people watching. Wow. Wow, you guys are amazing. 101. Give me some thumbs up. I could reach that 101 threshold. That would be amazing, man. YouTube will push me out like crazy. They will push me out the box. They will push me out the box. They will push me out the box. They will push me. I pray you and I can't even see that. Been in such situations. Why Africa can't see? Just got you. I know he does. I have been homeless before. Prayers going up. I'm just going back and reading some of the comments. Somebody in Florida, shout out to Florida, watching from Africa, Nigeria. Shout out to Africa, Nigeria. You want to start a channel? I'm talking to Jameson. Start your channel. What did you want to start your channel? What did your channel want to be about? Yeah, I got a vehicle, and my channel will be about my life every day. Yeah, go ahead and do it, Jameson. Start your life. I mean, you're gonna get a lot of trolls. People me every day. Oh, you're in a situation due to your own self. Like I've already accepted the situation. I've already came to peace with I'm in this situation due to my own self. Like I took accountability for my actions. The reason why I'm in this situation. But we're past that. You know what I'm saying? Pay $310 weekly. Oh my God, that's expensive. Well, the hotel I was in down here where I'm at, it was $350. It's crazy, man. Then they give you a low budget hotel and don't want to keep it clean. They don't want to give you nothing weekly, but the condition is horrible. But hey, I'm indoors. Well, good, yeah. At least like good. At least you're being positive about it. You are indoors. And even when I was in my low budget hotel and I hated it, I didn't go to the office and scream at them and give me a better room. I mean, some people will go and scream at the people, the owners, but you know, those owners, they'll put you out. Like they'll call the cops and say I was aggressive. You know what I mean? So it's not really worth my time to be trying to get kicked out, especially when you paid rent already. So I didn't want to be like saying stuff to the owners. It was a low budget hotel. I just did my time and I left. You know what I mean? This is my last time. This is my last 2 meetings. Everything changing for me. This is my this is my last 2 now. Okay. Everything changing for me. Good. It changed for the better. You know what I mean? Always help yourself, but still take advantage of resources. Yeah, for sure. I definitely take advantage of resources, but for whatever reason, I don't know if the resources are budgeted out. But when you work and have a job, they're not trying to help you with nothing. They're only really catering to people that collect welfare. They're only catering to those kind of people, the people that are collecting welfare, the people that are on like emergency assistance. You know, they're catering to those people. They're not catering to people who have a job because even if my income is low, they don't care. They still be like, well, I don't know what to tell you because you have a job. So should I go let my job fire me or quit my job? Or I'm going to go back to collecting unemployment. And then when you on unemployment, they consider unemployment a source of income as well. They're not really trying to help you. Like there's no help out here for people that work right now. I don't know, maybe because at the end of the year, I guess they have a new budget coming 2026, maybe. What it's going to consist of because I know like Donald Trump is stopping a lot of these programs, so it's a so but I'm not as far as like welfare or anything like that. Like I work for a living. I'm going to continue to work a job. I'm not ever going to let me go get on welfare. Like no, I'm going to work. I'm going to get my own money. I'm going to start my business again. This is how I'm getting out of my situation. All hope is not going for me. Like this is not the end. This is not the end of me. This is the beginning. 2026 is going to be a really amazing year of existence. The end of 2025 is going to be an amazing year for me. It's going to be a year like never before because I'm growing again and I'm building myself up from loss, from losing everything, right? Losing everything, having to get rid of stuff that I wanted to keep, and um, still trying to like. I have a storage that I'm debating on getting rid of as well because I can't afford it. You know what I mean? I could put that almost $200. I could put that into my gas tank every. You know, I can use that for gas for the month because gas is expensive. But I have to get back and forth to work. So I just speak about my situation because I want to let people know, like, look, whatever situation you find yourself in, as long as you are working yourself hard, you're working hard to get the money that you need to get, you can get out of your situation. It's always another day. Like tomorrow is a new day. I lived in my car for a year and found out that the rest stops are the safest place to stay. I never stayed in a rest stop. I stayed in doing my homelessness of uh 33 days. I was homeless in my car. I stayed in my car for like 33 days. So when I was homeless, I stayed in It's so crazy. I stayed in those big business parks, those business districts. Some of those business parks are really, really big. And I was able to find one that was big enough that like they couldn't see my car from the road. Like if a cop was out here at night and doing their little rounds, I stayed in a business district in an area that nobody frequent. And there was another business office. Like, you know, when you go into these big corporations, right, and you see these big warehouse corporation places, some of those places are closed on the weekend. Like a lot of those people have weekends off. So I found these big corporations in this area where there's just a lot of corporations, like these big giant businesses, and I found an area to park in because they're closed on the weekends. So on the weekends I went there to sleep because there was no people, there was no employees coming to work. You know what I'm saying? But one night I stayed there on a Sunday night and I forgot that it was like Monday. So I'm sleeping in my car at this corporation. It's dark, you know. I hear a door slam. So I'm like, oh my God, what's that? Because, you know, I can hear stuff when I'm sleeping. I can hear, you know. So I said, oh my God, it's Monday. The employees were starting. I guess it was the manager that had to open the place. So the manager came in. He didn't say nothing to me. He just got out of his car and went into the building. So I said, while he got out of his car and went into the building, I took my time to get into the seat and get out. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to get out of Dodge. But if you can find these big giant corporations that's like closed on the weekends or whatever, where they close at like 3, 4 o'clock, you can sleep there. The police at nighttime, the cops, they're just looking at places like Walmart. They're looking at, you know, local businesses. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to these corporations, driving in and seeing who's parked. They're not doing that. So, and then one of the other things I got into an apartment complex. I was in a particular town, and I parked in an apartment complex at night. Nobody said not one word to me. Nobody tapped on my window. Nobody said one word. You can find live in an go park in an apartment complex. Apartment complex is safe. As long as you're locking your doors to your car, you're safe. But I never went to a rest stop. I heard they say rest stops are good, but rest stops again are noisy because, you know, truckers are coming in and stuff like that. But I never did went to a rest stop because for me to get to a rest stop, I have to get on the expressway, and sometimes I may even have to pay like a toll. So, but I heard about rest stops. I never did the rest stop thing. And then one time I parked at a hotel. It was I guess a rather big kind of mid-sized hotel, like a Best Western or something. I parked at a pretty big hotel. Those people, unless it's a big hotel and they got security, and most hotels that I know of don't have security. But I parked at like a Best Western one night. It wasn't comfortable because it was hot and I had to keep my windows up because the mosquitoes come in and bite you all night. But yeah, hotels are safe. Those big corporations are safe. Apartment complexes are safe. As long as you're not parking outside of someone's home and even an apartment complex. Like I said, I went in to go to sleep and I got up and left. I was out by like 5 o'clock in the morning when I know it was starting to get daylight. I would make sure I would be out the way. You know what I'm saying? I don't want nobody to notice that my car is there because when you live in an apartment complex or you live in a wherever you live, you're going to start noticing cars. You're going to notice, oh, that's my neighbor's car. Oh, that's my neighbor from over there's car. Oh, that's my other neighbor's car. So you start to notice cars. So when people start to see a car that's been there every night, then they're gonna start probably peeking out their window, like seeing who that is, because you know you want to know who you live or who's around you. If you see a strange car parked here every night, and you know your neighbors, you know. So, but I never had an issue. I had the cop knock on my door one time, and that was kind of silly of me because I did an experiment one night. I stayed inside my tent. I was like, let me see what it's like to live in my tent for the night. So it was over by Walmart, somewhere over in another like medical building. I pitched my tent. I put my tent up and I laid in it. And the tent life wasn't bad, right? But like 3 o'clock in the morning, I just started to get cold. Like the ground just got cold. I was cold and I was like, no, this is not gonna work. And then on top of that, like I got wet. Like in the middle of the night, there's all types of moisture in the air. So the moisture comes out of the, I guess they come out of the clouds, and then the ground is wet. So you know in the morning when you see that the ground is wet, the ground gets wet throughout the night. Like the moisture is in the air, the humidity or whatever, and that all just evaporates and it turns into like it comes on the ground. So I'm like wondering why my sweater is like feels damp. I just was wet, so I was like, oh, I gotta get out of here. So I unpitched the tent, and then I found a place to go sleeping at, and it was like a Walmart parking lot, but it was like another store. So I parked in there. I didn't even care. I was so tired. I didn't even care if I got stopped by a cop. So I was so tired. I took the tent down, and then after that, I said, let me find this place. So it was like a tile floor. It was like a carpet and tile place, kind of near Walmart a little bit. And it was an empty parking lot. The only thing that was there was some big warehouse truck. So I parked in the parking lot. I was tired. I unpitched the tent, rolled the tent up, put it in my car, and I said, I'm so sleepy right now. I just want to go anywhere. I don't even care if the cops see me or anything. So I unpitched the tent, went and parked at this carpet tile flooring place, and I was the only car in the parking lot. So of course, in the middle of the night, when the cops are doing their rounds, they're going to see my car there. So of course I get the knock. It's like 4 something in the morning. I'm like, crap, and I'm asleep, right? I'm dead sleep. It's hot in the car, but I'm asleep, you know. So I opened the door. I didn't pull the window down. I mean, I could have pulled the window down, but I opened the door. I said, hi, officer, how are you? I was nice, very respectful. And this cop was nice. He was respectful. And he was like, I told him, I said, listen, I'm home. You know what I'm saying? I said, I'm out here. I don't have nothing. You know, I don't have no family. He was like, you don't have anywhere you could go tonight or any family members? I said, no, you know, I don't have anyone. If I had someone, I definitely would be there with them. You know what I mean? So he was like, oh, I'm sorry to hear that. He was like, you're homeless, huh? I said, yeah. He was like, do you need me to help you with anything? I guess police officers, they do have resources, like, you know, they have a therapist or whatever at the. So he was like, do you want to come down to the office with me and utilize some of the resources that we have, or do you need resources? I was like, no, I'm okay. I'm gonna be okay until tomorrow. I gotta go see my counselor down at the you know, I told him just some I just told him something real quick. I said, no, I'm okay. I have people that give me resources every day. I'm working on some things or whatever. So he noticed that I had my pants was off, right? I had this long t-shirt on, but I ain't had no pants on because it was hot in the car. So he was like, well, why are your pants off? I said, officer, I said, it's hot in this car. So he was like, oh, okay. He was like, I'm sorry you're going through this. And I said, okay, no problem. I said, it's not your fault. You know what I mean? So he was like, all right, man, have a good night. I said, thank you. He said, you have a good night as well. He was like, stay safe out here. I said, okay, I will. He didn't tell me to move my car. He didn't tell me to leave. He didn't tell me nothing. He was nice. So after that, I just made sure that I never parked in an area where the police are roaming around and security. The cops are watching the malls. Like the mall is definitely not a good place to park. It's just not a good place to park at a place that's not open 24 hours a day. If it's not open 24 hours a day, I wouldn't park there. Now, unless you're just extremely tired and you need to park because you don't want to get into a car accident from falling asleep at the wheel, by all means do what you need to do. But um, I wouldn't park at any location that is not 24 hours. Because a lot of time, like after COVID, a lot of places are not even open 24 hours no more. Because I know Planet Fitness used to be 24 hours, and I love that for Planet Fitness. I was so happy because when I had my apartment, when I couldn't sleep, or when I had, you know, I just felt like I needed to get out the house in the middle of the night to go work out. So if I had anxiety, I would go to the gym. I'd be like, oh, I'm having a panic attack. Let me go to the gym, or let me go exercise. I will go check into the gym. But Planet Fitness, they don't have that 24-hour gym stuff no more. So, yeah, I'm trying to drive slow so I can get this next red light. But yeah, that's my story. And I know y'all like, damn, she talking a lot. I'm just talking about my situation, you know. I didn't get a chance to twist my hair last night. But yeah, Planet Fitness is not open 24 hours anymore. And it's hard when you have a car because you don't never know where you can go. I mean, a lot of homeless people, we frequent parks. I was in a lot of parks throughout the day. In the summertime when I was off work, I would be in parks. That's the only place you could really go, a park. A public library is useful if you're homeless and you don't have anywhere else to go. A public library, a park, a mall that's open. You can hang out at a mall, you know, get you something to drink or some food here and there. But, you know, a lot of malls have like sitting areas. Um, but the best thing you can do as a homeless person that has a job, and a homeless person that has a car, you have to just keep moving. keep moving on. Keep yourself moving. You don't want to be planted in a place for too long, because then people start to notice you being there. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's a lot, but it's a lot, but you can do it. I'm sorry if my Wi-Fi is starting to act up, because I see I'm starting to drop. A lot of people starting to check out, but thank you for the thumbs up. I see y'all. I see 16 thumbs up. Thank you guys. I appreciate that. The Wi-Fi cutting up. Can you guys hear me? Sorry, I'm not reading the comments because I'm not at a red light or a stop sign. So when I get somewhere closer, I'm trying to keep my eye on the road because I don't want to get stopped by a cop and get a ticket. So I'm trying to be a good driver. But yeah, so that's my story. A homeless woman that's just trying to start her life over again, trying to go back out here in the world, and I'm trying to keep my job, even though a lot of stuff go on at my job. Like, a lot of people are just doing so much at this job, and I'm tired of it. I'm tired of the bullying, but there's nothing I can do about it, man. I be honoring people like, yo, how do you keep a job for 30 freaking years? I was talking to my sister the other day. She was like, yo, I've been at my job for 20 years. I'm like, 20 years, girl. 20 years. I'm like, good for you, because I can't keep a job for that long. I just can't. I can't. Oh God. I just can't keep. I can't be a freaking robot. I figure for you to like keep a job for 20 freaking years, you have to be a robot, and you have to be a yes man. And I'm not bashing anybody that has their job for that long, but my sister was like, I've been at my job for 20 years. I said, man, all the stuff that I go through with people, I think the longest job I had was 10 years. But my sister has like a career job, like one of those career jobs. She went to college. I don't have a career. I'm just bouncing around from place to place. But the job that I have now, I plan on being here. I plan on being at the place that I have now, because there's positions that I can move up. I can move up or down in the company. It's a lot of places that I can find myself in, which is great. But in my mind right now, I want to build my own business in something. I'm not going to say it now. Y'all going to see it one day pop out. But I'm business minded right now. I just want to do my own business. I don't want to be in corporate America. I don't want to work for people anymore. I really want to just work for myself. That is my goal. And I'm going to do it. Like, I'm going to get back into my soap making. I'm going to start selling that again. I'm going to do it. I'm a hustler, baby. I'm a hustler, baby. Wow, it's packed at this time. Oh, my God. Everybody trying to get their morning coffee. I wanted to eat a banana, but I forgot I left my bananas at the job. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm not ignoring y'all. I'm just trying to wait till I get to another stop sign that I can, been there. I guess been there. I guess you saying been there. Been there. I don't know what that means. Fernando. I don't know if that's saying been there. How you get a car. What do you mean how I get a car? I bought my car. I bought it. You know what I'm saying? My credit was good and I got a car, and I had to get a better car. I lived in my car for a year and found that rest stop. So he was talking about the rest stop. I think I'm caught up on comments. I think I am. Um, use your brain. Shares Lewis. Use your brain. What city are you in? I'm not going to share my city. God bless you. Thank you. God bless you as well. I understand. Stop. Pull up over now. I think I'm losing some people because the Wi-Fi is probably acting really bad out here, but I'm sorry. Stop. Pull it over now. Somebody said stop and pull over now. No, I got to keep going, brother. I got to keep going. I got to keep going. Sorry if the Wi-Fi is acting up for you guys. I think it's going to get better as soon as I'm almost close to the gym, so, and it's great timing today. I really did good with time. Your social worker for mental exam. Talk to my social worker for a mental exam? Why would I need to do that? I've already had mental exams before, so there's nothing wrong with my brain. I'm doing the right thing, so I don't know what you're talking about. You're trying to be funny, and I understand, but y'all idiots are up here at 6:15 in the morning trying to like belittle someone. Like, You're trying to belittle someone? Like, are you kidding me? You're trying to clown me and saying, I need a mental exam? What's the mental exam I need? What's the mental exam I need? You're probably the one taking medication. You're probably the one taking medication. But the trolls sometimes, and somebody that gets up at 6 something, 5 something in the morning and they want to troll someone, that means you're a very hateful person. And that must take a lot of energy out of your that takes a lot of energy to be a hateful person. Like, people that hate, you hate yourself because you hate your life. And someone that comes on here that shares their story, they're sharing their life, I really don't understand it. I'm sharing my story and I'm sharing my life. I'm sharing my journey. And sometimes I get trolls that come in here and I just crack up at them because they're so funny. And somebody's like, oh, don't feed into it. I don't feed into it, but I'm a damn sure check it. Like, I'm a damn sure say something about it because people are insane. People are crazy. When they hate you, it's like they're taking out more energy. Like, this girl at my job, she doesn't like me. Me and her kind of been having a little back and forth. And I don't really like her either, but my reason is valid for not liking someone, right? I have a valid reason for not favoring someone, not liking her. I have a valid reason. But she's at the job and she's over there and she's angry at me because I'm defending myself. I'm not going to sit there and allow you to talk to me however you want to. Not going to happen. So she's over there all mad, slamming things around. I just looked at her like, you know what, girl? I don't care. You're taking all the energy out of yourself to be mad at me. Well, that's your own damn fault. It's not my fault. That's your fault. So I'm just looking at the little wench, and that's what she is, a wench. But she's off today, thank God. But I don't like her. I'm hoping and praying that she can move on and move on fast. Wow, finally, I get to a stop sign. It seems like I've been driving for miles and no stop sign. Ah, Lord knows. I'm exhausted. I slept good last night, though. For some reason, at the homeless shelter, I pretty much sleep pretty well, so I can't really complain. Can't see you. Of course, you couldn't see me because it was dark, so I'm getting ready to transition from a recovery house to transitional housing because I really don't have nowhere to go, so I have to cut it. I need to get a stable place to live. Yeah, you got to do what you got to do, Frederick. Good for you. Good for you. Wherever you can stay, man. Don't feel ashamed. Don't feel bad about your situation. I mean, I don't go around and broadcast the fact, hey, I'm homeless over here. I don't broadcast that, but I don't tell people either. The only people that know my homelessness is social media, and my family knows. You know what I mean? But they don't give a damn. You know what I mean? My family knows, but they don't care. So, and again, like I said, my family, they don't have to care. They don't have to do anything for me. It would be a nice thing to do to help someone. You know what I mean? It would be a nice gesture, but they don't give a damn. They don't give a damn about me. So, when I get myself together at some point, I'm not gonna give a damn about them. What they're going, what they when they go through their storm, because the storm comes around for us all. You know what I mean? The storm comes for us all at some point in life. We can never miss the storm. The storm is going to get us all. So just beware. Like, I'm going through it now. Somebody else gonna be going through it next week or next year or next whatever, next century. We all get the storms. Those storms be coming, and when they come, they're gonna devour everything in its path. And if you don't fight through the storm, you're gonna let the storm eat you alive. And that's not what I'm trying to let happen to my life. Like, no, I have to survive. I gotta keep going. I gotta survive, and I'm in the best situation. You know what I'm saying? A shelter is the best place for me to be. I'm not around family. I'm not around people that can kick me out. The only way I can get kicked out of the shelter if I don't follow rules to the shelter. So I'm following rules. I'm talking to my caseworker about what's going on in my life, and I'm praying that I can stay there for a couple of months until I can get myself together, and then I'll move on. But in a couple of months, I'm gonna find something, even if it's back to an extended stay. There is an extended stay that I stayed at before, but I couldn't afford it because I had a car payment that I had to pay for. So yeah, I had a car payment I had to pay, and that car payment was my car payment, and my car staying on the road was my main focus. That was the main thing that I focused on, making sure I'm able to get to where I need to get to. And I had to make sure I'm able to get to work. And that's the most important thing for me. 75 people watching. I got 22 thumbs up. Can you guys give me some thumbs up, please? People are finding me. I appreciate it. Thank you guys. If you guys are new here, I am a homeless woman. I live in a homeless shelter. I work for a living. I do work full time, but the full time money is not enough. So I'm working on trying to find shelter again, trying to get myself stable. Thank you for 23. Hey, you guys are thumbsing me up. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm almost at the gym. I don't really want to go, but if I can get myself dressed in like 10 minutes, I can stay there until like 7:30, and that'll be perfect for me. Because for some reason, like regardless of how tired I am, like I don't really want to go to the gym, but I need to go because my mental mind, the gym keeps my mental mind sharp, like right? It keeps me straight. You know what I mean? Of course, it keeps my body yaddy yaddy straight, but 37, well, 27 thumbs up. Thank you guys. Thank you. Thank you. Keep putting them thumbs up if you can. If you have not thumbs up, can y'all thumbs up my video, please? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. See, on TikTok, I can heart my own videos. I can like my own videos on TikTok. I can do my own heartbeats. And TikTok, I have a TikTok, but I don't even be on it. TikTok is just a different beast. Like, I like to watch videos on TikTok, but as far as making content on there anymore, I don't know if I want to keep doing that. I don't know. I know I look a hot mess, y'all, but I don't care. I look a freaking mess, but I don't care. But I clean up well. When I clean up sweet. When I clean up, I clean up good. There was a cop behind me. I hope he ain't. Well, I got my phone in the phone case, so hopefully he's not going to try to give me a ticket. Hopefully not. I don't know if you can get a ticket if you have your phone in a phone mount and you're doing a live stream. I don't know if you can get a ticket. So it's 57. It's almost 1 hour. We're almost there. I'm almost at the gym. The gym is literally right up the street here. So I'm gonna go in there, get dressed. 30 thumbs up. Thank you. You guys are amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. I'm really working this channel because I want to get monetized. If not by the end of the year, I want to get monetized in 2026. You know what I'm saying? I have a lot of things that I have going on, and I'm going to share it with y'all when it's time. But I have a lot of things that I know that's going to work for me, and things that I'm going to be doing that's going to work out for me. And I can't wait to share it with y'all one day. I can't say nothing now, but just know that it's coming soon. You know what I mean? Just know it's coming soon. And when it comes, I hope and pray that you guys can support me with what I'm doing, my endeavor, my business that I'm about to open back up. I'm praying and praying and hoping that you guys can support me. You know what I'm saying? And I know that you will. You support me if it's something that you need from me. So, but I'm going to do this, man. I'm proud of myself. I'm excited about life. I'm excited about my future because I know that my future is going to be bright. I know that I'm not going to be like this for long, you know? So, and I know that God is behind me in everything that I do. God is the author. He's the author and the finisher of my faith. And I have faith. Like, you know what I mean? I have faith that I know I ain't going to be like this forever. And I know that God got me. So the only thing I hate about this gym is the parking lot is pretty crappy. It's pretty crappy. It's pretty crappy. It's really just low budget. Low budget, I must say. I'm trying to think, should I park? I was parked here yesterday. I don't know. I don't know where to park at, but I guess I'll park here again. I'll do it again. Let's get in here and get my freaking body snatched, right? Get in here and get the body snatched, darling. So I got 30 thumbs up, and I got 63 people watching me. If I could get 30 more thumbs up, that would be amazing, y'all. Before I go into this gym, but I gotta get dressed, and I feel like my shoulder is hurting. I made an appointment yesterday for my back, for my shoulder. I don't know if it's shoulder like situational pain because of um from like stress pain in my neck. And then somebody was like, well, maybe you need to see a chiropractor. I'm really scared to see a chiropractor because I'm scared that they say when you meet a chiropractor, you get a chiropractor, you have to keep doing it. And eventually, it'll mess up your back. And like, I don't know. I don't want to see a chiropractor, to be honest. I really don't. I really don't. I really don't want to see a chiropractor. Good from a recovery house. Okay, right. Don't quit your job. My job has a program called EAP, Employee Assistance Program. They have many resources. Check your human resources. I will check that out because somebody was saying, "Did you tell your job that you were homeless?" I'm like, "No, I didn't. No, I didn't. It's stranded, not safe." I tried staying there too, but my Maryland, these police are having it, so I stayed at the rest area. I tried staying there too. Yeah, I didn't have any problems with staying in like the corporate places. I was okay. It was kind of back far from the street, and at nighttime the police wasn't really like. I mean they police the neighborhood and stuff like that, but they're not going too far into the woods at night to see who's like parked inside some corporate building. They really don't care, to be honest. I quit my job, hated it. I'd rather be dead than be employed in a sweatshop. Shop abuse, call center. It's unhealthy and I am unhappy. It's not what I went to college for and educated. Yeah, I'm sorry. I hope that you find something, Christina. Call centers are terrible on mental health. I'm not at a call center. I work in customer care, and it's hell. Just the people that I work with, just toxic bullies, and I'm a friendly person and I stay to myself. I don't fuck with nobody. Like I'm not a bully. Being homeless sucks too, but I wasn't going to have a life working there anyways. Are you homeless too? Are you homeless too, Christina? If you are, I'm sorry to hear that. And you know, you're going to be okay. You work yourself. Call centers are very rough to work. I was a team leader, trainer for 7 years. I had PTSD from it. Can't stand answering phones. Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm kind of at a call center because I answer phones. I do paperwork. You know, they only have one person doing like a job for 2 or 3 people. And yesterday it got a little overwhelming because I was answering a lot of phones. It was pretty busy yesterday. I have to answer the phones and then take the orders, take the money, and make sure everything is right at the end of the night, because if something's missing or something's wrong, then my job is on the line. So as I was telling these young girls at work, I said, y'all doing all this overtime. I understand you're doing overtime because you want the extra money. I get it. But these jobs don't respect you. They don't even like you. So they're going to be sweet and nice to you only because they want you to do something for them. That is it. I'm going to just twist my hair so I can go exercise. But man, these jobs don't give a damn. These jobs don't give 2 damns about you. That's why I said, because some lady, my therapist was like asking me, like, you want to let your job know about your situation? No. Why would I tell my job I'm homeless? So they can sit around and spread rumors of me being homeless to the next person? Why would I tell HR that? So HR can tell the crappy managers that are already there, and they can sit around and laugh at me or think or look down on me. You know, these are people that some of these people that work in the field that I work in, a lot of these people live in houses. A lot of them have big mortgages and they have big houses. They're driving nice big cars. I'm in customer care. I'm like low budget. You know what I'm saying? They treat us the worst because we are the lowest paid in the job. So they treat us like crap, man. You know, and me, I'm not the type of person to sit and take the abuse. I try to be professional about it, but I'm going to treat you exactly how you treat me. And just the girl at my job that I have a problem with, she's trying to be a bully of me. And it's so crazy because she's so new. And the sad thing is the girl is only 18 years old. And I was just like, damn, you 18 years old and you come into the job being messy like that? Girl, you just breaking into the job world. And all you do is run your mouth and talk trash. Like, you 18 and I'm 45 years old. Make that make sense. Like, you barking up a tree of a almost middle-aged woman who's been around for a long time, and you trying to mess with me? Like, you need to stay in a child's place, child. Well, that's good. You have a car. Yeah, thank God I have a car. Thank you for understanding. Yeah, no problem. Are you homeless, Christina? I don't know if you answered the question, but let me scroll up a little bit. Yeah, I never worked at a call center before, but it's kind of like a call center because I have to answer questions. I have to answer calls that come in about my job. And, you know, a lot of the customers that I deal with most of them are nice people. So I've run into like a bad customer maybe once a month, I would say. They get mad at me once a month. No, you just have to find something that you love to do. You're right. Find something that you love to do, because like with my soap business, I was thinking about my soap business yesterday, and I really like making soap. I like making handmade soap. I use my own handmade soap on my skin. So I like doing that. And you're right. You got to find something that you love. And I really don't mind my job. I just mind the people that I have to work with every day, because a lot of them are hateful bullies. They're bullies. You know, a lot of the girls are in competition with other women. They want the attention from the men at work. Like, I'm not one of those girls, man. I just come into work and do my job. I don't care who thinks I'm pretty. I don't care who thinks I'm ugly. I don't care who thinks I'm this. I don't care. I don't go to work every day to appease a man. I don't want attention from people. I'm not a people pleaser. One of the girls had admitted and said that she's a people pleaser. Like, I'm not a people pleaser. Only person I'm trying to please is my performance for my boss to give me a raise or whatever that we're not even getting. So, but when you're not a people pleaser, your life is kind of peaceful. You have a peaceful life. I remember the girl that I have a problem with now. I had a problem with, it's a clique, right? It's this clique of girls. They're Latina girls. They're Spanish women, and the main girl, the girl that's in front of the line, that's leading the flock of the hatred. Me and her got into it a few times. She's a lead now. She's like an assistant manager now, but me and her got into it a few times. We had some words because this girl thought she could talk to me any type of way. Like, I turn around and say, who are you talking to? Who are you talking to? Because you're talking to the wrong person. You're barking up the wrong tree. I fight back. I'm not talking about fighting back with my fist, but sis, you're not going to say what you want to say to me, especially when you're being disrespectful. When you're being disrespectful and you're being rude, I'm going to say something. So she leads the flock. So this other young girl that's 18 years old, mind you, when she got the job, she was 17. So she's doing really well. Like, she's performing well at the job. So they really, really like her a lot. But now she teamed up with this other Spanish girl that don't really like me because I checked her. When you check somebody, they don't like you. So, and I said, nah, sis, you're not going to bully me, baby. Y'all in your 20s, and see, they be trying to do the aging thing. Like, they think since they're in their 20s that there's something special. Like, sis, you're going to get old too. You're going to get gray hair too. Like, those years are going to go by fast. So they think that they're like this clique of girls. Oh, we're the young, pretty girls. And, Gina's, she's old and she's in her 40s and she's washed up. Girl, listen. I'm getting old, and I'm okay with getting old. I ain't trying to stop the aging process, baby. So I have no problem with getting old, being old. And I'm not saying I'm old, but I'm getting there. But I don't care. Like, I got gray hair. So what, baby? I'm aging gracefully. Please try night shift work. Yeah, when I get a second job, I'm praying that I can get something night shift. I'm hoping that I can do that. Proud of you for how you're handling your struggles. Don't waste energy on the enemy. You're right. I agree. God bless everyone, and thank you for sharing your virtuous journey. No problem. I thank you guys for coming in. Well, I got 80-something people watching me. Can y'all give me some more thumbs up before I go into this gym and run on this treadmill? It's insecurity, using a false sense of anatomy to hide while being disrespectful. I say they should try saying those things in person and see how it turns out for them. Try saying what? It's insecurity. You talking about the girls? Yeah, they're just bullies. You know what I mean? And I'm the type of person, like, if I see a beautiful woman, I'm not jealous. I'm not hating. You're pretty, you're pretty. Like, I don't live my life worrying about looks and all that stupid, superficial stuff. Like, I love myself, and I'm okay with me. I'm okay with the way I look. I'm okay with my body. I'm okay with the way I present myself. But those girls think that they're like the pretty girl clique. You know what I mean? Oh, she's jealous. Nobody's jealous because you're 24 years old. I don't want to go back to being in my 20s. The older you get, the more mature you are. You're older, you got good credit. Most people that's older got a house already. Most people got a car already. Most people are already successful. But me, in my life, I kind of backed up. I'm not so successful right now. But when you're more mature, you have things that you've had over the years. Your credit might be at a good standing. Like, most people that's older got houses. They have cars. They have things that they've gotten through the years. So when you're 20, you're trying to get there, right? So stop trying to shame me for being my age of 44 years old. I'm not ashamed to get old. I don't even want to live forever. Like, if I could live forever, like, if you could live forever, would you want to? Me? No, I wouldn't. To hide while being disrespectful. Yeah, they're just nasty girls. Jameson, I just moved here from San Diego. Yay, from San Diego. Feels like a whole different country. Family cares are far as they imagine. If they can't imagine themselves in a situation, they will find your situation ridiculous or impossible. God bless. Thank you. Your story of Joseph and his brothers sold him off, but he forgave them. I love my family, though they're misunderstanding. I still do love my family. I live in a 24-hour science lab that auto lock closed at 7 each day. You live in a 24-hour science lab? Okay. That sounds really interesting. Can you rent a room? It's probably cheaper than an extended stay. No, an extended stay was the cheapest around the area. I would either pay $350 or $1,400 a month. That's the cheapest I could find. Some days at 6:42, I would run a mile to make it to the door, but if not, I slept behind a Jewish temple or in a parking lot. Okay, okay, good, good, good. At least you know, no one caught you behind there. That's the thing about living in your car. You got to be careful because the cops and you got other people call the cops on you. She lived in her car. Nice bonnet lady. It's off now. I'm about to get into this gym. Good morning, beautiful queen. I'm praying for you. You're safe. God got you. Yes, he does. Thank you so much for your support. I don't know you, but God, good morning. Good morning. I just found your channel yesterday and I love what you're doing, educating people and about homelessness. Not everyone is a drug addict or alcoholic. It can happen to anyone. You're right. Not everybody is a drug addict or alcoholic. Some of the people in the homeless shelter have like mental illness, and you could tell, you know what I'm saying? When I see these women in the homeless shelter, I just be looking at them and stuff. You could tell people that their mind is kind of going, you know what I mean? And it's not everybody. I started out living in my vehicle, which was a Chevy Equinox, so plenty of room. I slept in my car. I gave up my vehicle, lived in the streets of Denver, Colorado for 10 years. I'm finally in housing. God bless you, sis. Lynn, what a blessing. Denver, Colorado, that's hard. For 10 years, you were living on the streets. Homelessness is spelled worthlessness in African. Oh well, that's your thought. No problem. Homeless and unhoused is not the same. You are unhoused because you have a job and a car. I wonder how bad the smell in your car. What? What are you talking about? Here we go with the shows. Your hair looks healthy. It's dry. Nappy roots comes to mind while watching you twist that. Oh my God, what are you talking about? That's what 18 years old. Yeah, petty 18-year-olds, right? Homeless, unhoused, not cool in the country where we got boots. Yeah, you're 45 years old, Dan. You look good. Thank you. I keep myself up. That's why I'm at the gym right now. Start a page that promotes your soap business. I do have a page. I just have to get it started again. Revamp, everything. It's a lot of comments coming in, you guys. Thank you. I'm going to go in the back seat and get myself together. But you are saying, do you have a plan? Are you saving? Yes, I do. I am saving, and I do have a plan. I have a plan for sure. Machines all damn day. I wasn't interested in slept in the movie theater center. Wow. But I'm going to talk to you guys later today. Do you work? What do you do for work? I'm not going to say. I work in customer care, customer service. I'll talk to you guys soon. Thank you, 73 people that's watching. You know what? I'm going to keep it running while I'm getting dressed, okay? I'm going to get dressed in the car. I'm at Planet Fitness, so you guys are just going to look at that for right now, but I'm not even really going to, like, read the comment. You know what? I'm going to take the phone in the back seat while I get dressed, okay? I'm just going to go. I said I was going to do the elliptical today. So I'm going to go do the elliptical machine. I'm going to go get on the elliptical today. I keep saying I'm not going to do the treadmill because I'm kind of tired of the treadmill, but I'm going to run on the elliptical. My Apple phone is charged up, thank God. I really don't even want to go into the thing. I really want to just sit here and talk to y'all, but what do you do for work? Yeah, I'm in customer care, customer service, or whatever. I take finance orders. I take the payments. I'm like an accountant, but I don't get paid accountant fees. You know, my little pigtails look crazy out here. But one thing I don't never have a problem with, I never care about what people think about me. And that comes with age, right? So when these young girls at the job, they try to mess with me, right? They probably already think that, you know, I'm pretty. I mean, I heard these girls say that one of the other women, she's a HFC, she's a salesperson. I work in sales, but I just take the money. Like, I take the money of the orders that these people sell. So I heard the girl saying one time to one of the ladies, and she's a white older woman. She probably in her 50s, maybe almost getting to her 60s. So I heard the girl say one time to this lady, one of the Spanish girls, saying that Oh, one of the customers was up here saying that I look so young. And she thought that was a flex. Somebody say you look young. I'm 45 and they say I look young too. So what are you saying? Like, y'all think these young kids out here that's 20 be thinking that somebody that's older is mad and jealous that we're getting older. A lot of us are fine with aging. A lot of us have no problem with getting old. That's the newsflash. That's like newsflash. Most of us don't have a problem with getting old, baby. We're not fighting aging process. That's the thing these youngins need to really know and understand. Stop trying to think that someone is mad because they're getting old. Like, you're getting old too. We get old every single day. Every day we getting old. Every day I got a new gray hair that's coming into my scalp. I have no problem with that. I'm not trying to stop it. I'm not trying to stop that. So they're young and dumb, you know, and they do a good job. I don't bash anybody with their performance and stuff like that. They're doing a good job at the job, but they're just being petty and stupid and retarded. Like, nobody want to be dealing with that. Maybe switch lives. What happened? I'm tripping. Maybe I switched lives. What do you mean? Wasn't it just daytime? How it get dark? Oh yeah, I just put it on because I'm in my back seat trying to get myself together. I took off the video because I'm in the back seat trying to get my gym clothes on. Sorry. Sorry, y'all. I'm trying to get myself in the gym so I can go brush my teeth and go work out. Go work out and get myself together so I can go to work and have a great day. I really don't even want to go in here, to be honest, y'all. I really don't, but I got to work out every day to feel okay with myself. Because if I don't work out, I just don't feel right. I just don't feel right. I don't feel like my day is going to be amazing if I don't exercise. So I got to exercise, y'all. So I'm in the back seat of my car just trying to get some of my gym clothes on because I don't really want to go in the gym and try to get my gym clothes on in there. I just want to have everything together out here so I can just go in there and jump on a treadmill and do what I do. I need to really take a shower, but I can take a shower after I get out of work. I don't feel like doing all of that. I hope no one's like seeing me. I'm putting my bra on. I got tinted windows in the back of my car, so hopefully nobody's watching me. But I'm just getting ready to go to the gym and work out. I'm at the gym right now. Sorry, you guys, I had to turn on. I don't know where my toothbrush is. Oh, it's in here. I'm going to go brush my teeth. And we're going to go exercise my little tushy off. But yeah, I'm just talking about the hateful women at my job. And these are young girls that are like in their 20s. They're just so freaking hateful. Like, they hate me. They don't like me. I don't want to use the word hate because that's a strong word, but they just don't like me, man. And I'm just like, whatever, girl. Nobody's hating on you because you're 20 years old. I've been 20 before too. And when I was in my 20s, I was a mother. So I be trying to encourage them and let them know, like, listen, don't go out here messing with these guys and don't go out here making these bad choices and bad decisions, because I try to encourage them and I say, listen, you make bad decisions in your life. Bad decisions can carry you the rest of your life, and you have to, the rest of your life, you're trying to fix your bad decision that you made, your bad choice. I be trying to encourage these women, like encourage them, put them under my wing a little bit, not tell them my business or anything, but just try to encourage these young girls, because that's what a person that's older is supposed to do to the younger generation. We're supposed to like encourage them and let them know, listen, you're doing an awesome job. I be encouraging these little young girls and they just don't like me because they tried to attack me and I want to fight back. Who you talking to, baby? You're not talking to me. So, and one of the girls, she's always complaining about the job, but she's not doing nothing to change it. Like, you want to make more money, go be a salesperson. And I think she's scared to go into sales. They just so negative. And I just be like, I be trying to, hey, shoot for the stars, baby. The sales stuff it's not my thing. I mean, I could go into sales and make money, but I'm not confident enough to do that. Because everything is really not about the money. I don't really think I have a sales tactic. So some people saying, well, maybe you should go into sales because you could get out of your situation. You're right. But when you go into something like sales, it's not guaranteed that you're going to make money. That's the thing. Like, it's not guaranteed that you're going to make money in sales. But who knows what the future may hold for me. Like, I don't know. A lot of them make really good money, but some of the customers, you just don't never know if they want to buy. And yesterday it was busy. They made a lot of money yesterday. So, I mean, I could pray to God about it, that, you know, direct my path. I don't see myself in sales, but who knows what the future may hold. If I get into sales and I do really well, I could be out of this situation. Yeah, for sure. But sales is up and down. Sales, you can make a lot of money today and make no money tomorrow. You know, so that's the thing. But I just feel like I want to stay watching. I'm watching. I'm training myself to understand how to sell. And just most of the sales stuff is just the if the customers like you, if they like you. A lot of the salespeople are very liked. Even though I'm not liked too much at my job, that's not to say that the customers won't like me. Like, you know what I mean? My personality is nice. People can read my spirit. And I know at the job, they're probably all like, oh, I hope she don't never try to go into sales because she definitely wouldn't make it. You know, they're going to say I'm not going to make it because they don't like me. But who knows? Who knows what the future may hold, honey? I could go into sales and just really, you know, do an amazing job. But I'm watching, I'm training myself, and I'm not saying nothing to nobody. Like, I'm not going to tell them. If I decide to do sales, I'm just going to do it. Like, they're not even going to know that they just going to see me in the training class one day, and I'm not going to tell them nothing. I'm not going to tell them nothing. I'm training myself silently, you know what I mean? I don't know why this thing is wet. I'm just going to have to wear my hat today. I'm moving a lot slower than I expected. I don't know what that smell is that's on my thing. I don't like the smell of that. But yeah, I mean, who knows? Maybe I'll go into sales and really piss everybody the heck off. Because they think I'm a loser anyway. They think I'm stupid. They think I'm slow. They think I'm half retarded. So I'm going to show them who's stupid and half retarded. Okay? We're going to show them one day. So I don't know what the future holds with that. But sometimes I do think about it. Because if you work in sales, you make pretty good money. It's commission. But sometimes when it's slow, you might not make nothing. But I could do it. You know what I mean? But who knows? I don't know. I'm going to talk to God on that and see where I end up. Who knows? Maybe I ended up at this job to go into sales. Because if I go into sales and I do really well, I can get everything that I need to get because my finances is there. You know what I'm saying? The finances are there. I could change the world. I could change my world. But it's still a part of me that's just kind of like, I don't know. You know what I mean? I'm still like, I don't know. But I'm going to pray about it and see where God leads me. See where God leads me. Because I'm not going to say it's not possible. Or anything is possible. But I'm still a little bit scared. You know what I mean? I could do it, but I'm still a little bit scared about it. So, I don't know. I don't know, y'all. But I guess we're going to see at some point in time, right? I'm trying to find my sweater now. Let me see. 69 people watching. Hello, everybody. Good morning. Yeah, I was wondering what's taking you so long. What's taking me so long for what? What's your sign? I'm a Taurus. Deep down, they fear you. You're a threat to them. And, like, I'm trying to understand, like, they do better than me, right? It took me a long time at my job to train myself to learn what I needed to learn at this job. And I was always, like, I got in trouble by, like, one of my bosses because I was making a lot of errors and I was making a lot of mistakes. But now I'm doing well. I'm doing good. So they just kind of bully me. They're a team, so they're Spanish girls, and they're like, you know, they're Puerto Ricans. A lot of Puerto Rican women and Dominican, they stick together. So they have their own little clique. And the main girl, she didn't like me when I came in because when I came in the door as a new person, she tried to intimidate me. She would say things to me that was out of line. And me, I'm the type of person, I'm not going to run to the boss and cry about every little freaking thing. I'm not really that type of person. But now I'm going to start, I'm typing my boss an email right now, and I'm going to start nipping some stuff in the bud. I'm going to start nipping things in the bud because if I continue to let this slide with these girls, they're going to continue, and then I'm going to be wanting to knock somebody's head off or curse somebody out, and then I'm going to end up getting fired. So, but they don't like me, and I've never done anything to them. Girl, they young. They don't know any better. And it sucks. Yeah, they young and they don't know any better. But the thing is, when you have a job, you have to be professional. You can't be at work just doing what the hell you want to do. That's just that. I don't care how young they are. You can't do what you want to do. You can't carry yourself. You're supposed to always carry yourself professionally at work. Always. You don't even sound old. I say I'm 45. I'm not saying I'm old. I'm almost middle-aged. Have a wonderful day. You haven't lived. They haven't lived long enough. You're right, but guess what? They're barking up the wrong tree. They're barking up the wrong tree. That's what I did on my job, winning. What did you do on your job? What are you saying? I didn't see the other what you were talking about. What did you do in your job? Let me know. Yeah, man, I think I might go into sales, but if I go into sales, I'm gonna make money and stuff because a lot of the customers, they do like me. But I'm gonna shock them. If I go into sales, they're gonna have a conundrum. They're gonna be like, not her, she's a dumbass. They're gonna be like, not her, she's too stupid. Not this lady, she's a dummy. She could never do it. You know what I'm saying? They say stuff I could never do and I'm just too stupid, right? That's what they think of me. And guess what? I'm going to show and prove. But y'all, I got to go. I'm about to go into this gym and just kill it. I'm about to kill it, y'all. Maybe tomorrow I could bring y'all in the gym with me to show y'all, like when I get on the treadmill and stuff like that. But I got to go. I got to go in here and brush my teeth and get myself together. I thank you guys. Why would you be a surrogate for $6,000? Would I be a surrogate for $6,000? No, I'm not having any more kids. No way. If I was younger, I would do it. As a hustle, if I was younger, I probably would do it. But right now, no. I don't want no more kids. I ain't birthing nothing. The only thing I'm birthing is a paycheck. That's all I'm birthing is some money. If it ain't no money, I don't want it, honey. If it ain't about the finance, I don't want it. Take care, miss. Okay, I'll see you soon. Hopefully, Ben, you Gorgie. I don't know how to say that, but I hope you guys subscribe to me. Set me up with someone. Set you up with someone. I don't have anyone. I'm single myself. I don't have nobody. I don't do setups. But I'm gonna go. I'm gonna talk to y'all later. I do get off work today at 5 o'clock. So at 5 o'clock, I'm gonna come back on and we're gonna talk on my way to the homeless shelter. Okay. So if you guys have any questions, y'all go watch some of my other videos. Okay. I'll talk to you guys soon. Thank you. I'm about to go kill it in this gym. Okay. I'm about to get this waist even more snatched so these girls at the job will be mad. Y'all have a